Hi guys, welcome down to London Golf Academy, and today we're going to talk about the real reason that your golf isn't improving. Right guys, so most of us out there will probably agree that if we could play golf using our practice swing, we'd be much better players. And there's one key difference between that practice swing and the actual swing that many of you guys aren't aware of, that's the real reason that you're not taking that improvement that you feel in the practice swing into the shots. And that main reason is the golf ball. So golfers try and do up to 5 things. They try and hit the ball, try and get the ball in the air, try and make the ball go straight, try and make the ball go further, and try and strike the ball correctly. So up to 5 things, but all related to this golf ball. So I'm going to show you what I think happens when it's one of or up to those 5 things, and the key thing for you to really focus on to help make better swings, improve your golf, and ultimately get you playing the best golf you've ever played. Right then guys, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Follow me on my social media platforms, also all under Ali Taylor Golf. But for now, let's get on with the video. Right then guys, so like I said, I see lots of golfers who put a good amount of work into their game, but generally feel that they maybe don't feel they're getting the improvement that they deserve for the effort they put in. But the big thing for me is that how our concentration changes so much. And I see a lot of guys working on their swing, particularly with little drills, little practice swings, where their only focus is about the movement. So they're focusing on whatever it is they're working on. And generally speaking, they'll do that really well when that's their area of focus. But then all of a sudden that golf ball gets there, they start off with the swing thought, and then very quickly they focus on the ball. The swing deteriorates and the results are very poor. So like I said, up to 5 things, and the first one I think is that, silly as it sounds, golfers are just trying to make contact with the ball. Now obviously people talk about that ability to focus on the golf ball, and I think in most ball sports that's important because the golf ball's moving. But what's great about golf that should make it very simple is the ball's stationary. So as long as we get ourselves set into a decent position there, as long as we can get that club to pass through the point where we've addressed the ball, the golf ball's going to get in the way. And I know that sounds incredibly simple, but I think the more information out there, the more complicated it becomes. And I see a lot of golfers, really a simple form, I've done a video on this before, is that club head moving in a nice circle around your body. And for any circle to be consistent, you need the centre point to be fairly central, which is just inside my body, and you need the width of the swing to stay the same. Now I think as soon as guys focus on the golf ball, what you tend to see is that they really tighten up at impact. So as they're coming in, the width of the circle gets smaller, therefore they either top the ball or there's then compensatory movements to try and make up for that. So generally speaking, you'll see guys nice and relaxed in the practice swing, all the way through to that nice full finish. But on the shot, because guys are tightening up, you generally see there's no real finish in the golf swing. So that first one for me is really making sure that we finish our swing as we do in the practice swing. Second point I see with a lot of guys is trying to get the ball in the air. Now again, a misconception is I think golfers try and lift the ball. So what you'll see from face on, pretty good on the way back, but because they're trying to get under the golf ball, either all the weight moves back or there's more of a scooping motion, and that's again influencing where the bottom of the arc is. Whereas hopefully we're all aware that on those really good swings, what we do is as our weight and pressure shifts forward, it moves the bottom of the arc forward and we collect ball and then ground. Third one I see is guys just trying to hit the ball further. So in the practice swing, it's almost effortless, but there's usually pretty good speed in there. But again, there's a perceived level of effort that we feel we've got to put in to move that golf ball the distance. And then we see guys just try to really muscle it out there. And we'll still hit some good shots. But again, because the focus isn't on your golf swing, you're never going to make your best swing. The fourth one was trying to get the ball straight. Now again, I've spoken about this on previous videos, the dead straight shot is the hardest golf shot to hit. Everything has to be almost perfect. And I think when you measure yourself against perfect all the time, you're always going to be disappointed, and then you're going to become generally quite inconsistent with how you try and do that. And that final one, again, golf ball orientated, is about hitting it perfectly out the middle of the golf club. So I see loads of guys that hit very good shots, you know, there's good influence on the golf ball and they keep it going where they want, but they're very, very critical that they've not hit everything right out the middle of the club. Now the beauty for me with a lot of the modern equipment is you don't have to hit it flush out the middle to get a very, very good performing shot. But if we obsess about that perfect strike all the time, again, we're going to focus more and more on that golf ball. So like I said there, you know, it's one key area, it's the golf ball, that concentration change. We need you that whatever you're working on in the golf swing, that becomes your key area of focus on the shot. Now, I know guys are going to say, well, how do I know what the golf ball is going to do? If I wanted to get the ball to fade, I would have a swing thought that if I do that with the club and my body, I know the ball will shake from left to right. Equally, if I want to draw the ball, I think about what my swing thoughts would be, maybe a little setup change, and then I focus on that performance, and that's going to give me that little draw. For me, I'm never trying to hit the ball straight, because I can't, and I can't do it consistently. But I think if you can be much more focused on your golf swing and start judging yourself by, do I manage to keep my concentration on the golf swing? Undoubtedly, you're going to make more good swings. For me, logic would then say, the more good swings you make, as long as we're working on the correct things, the more good shots we're going to hit. Hopefully, the more good shots we hit, the less total shots we hit. And that's about how you measure your improvement with your golf. Do you get the ball round in less shots? We're not always going to have days where we strike the ball great and hit it in play all the time. But I big believer that if you can become more and more aware on what you're working on, and that's where coaching helps. You know, that coaching, by using a launch monitor, having a PGA Pro have a look at you, can give you some guidance to help you understand what it is that you need to do to influence that golf ball better. And then, by working harder and harder on those areas, the shots are going to take care of themselves. So remember, that one key thing that's really stopping you improving is that golf ball. The more you focus on that, the less able you are to focus on what you're doing. So let's trust the fact that that golf ball's set there. We've set ourselves up well, so now if we can control where the bottom of the arc is, we're going to get a decent strike on the ball. And as long as our focus is on what we're doing with the swing to make the ball do what we want, then we're going to have some good shots. Right then guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully a few of you have watched that and thought, yep, that's definitely what I do in my game. But really get some focus in the correct area. Get focusing on what you're trying to do with that club in order to influence that golf ball. Remember, we can't control this, but we can control the club. Therefore, we can influence the golf ball better. So like and share the video if you've enjoyed it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. Click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to make sure you get my videos as soon as they land. Follow me on Instagram under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down there in the future. Stay in contact.